See what I'm saying here? As I'm not a fan, I can easily be lazy and I can easily after filming's finished, I can easily be lazy and say, you know what, okay guys, me and my wife we're gonna take our vacation. You know what I'm saying? You guys, I wish you guys the best. I want you guys working on your movie. I can easily do that, but if you do that, it shows that you're not serious. As because I invested money in the movie, and I'm the executive producer. Me and my wife are the executive producer. You need to show it you're serious. You need to be there with the special effects team and watch production. I'm not going to interfere with them. I'm gonna let them do their work. I'm gonna look. I'm not gonna put pressure on you. Can you guys get this done in 3 months, 3.5 months, 4 months? Me and my wife will be watching. We're not gonna interfere with your with your work in progress, obviously, but we're gonna be here watching to show that you need to be there, watch to show that you're serious, obviously. And what I'll do is I can watch with in and out whenever we watch production. Me and my wife can take our vacation while we're watching post production too, obviously, because we need a break. We watch for 3 weeks, and then we take a 1 week vacation, come back, watch another 3 weeks of post production, and take a nice 1 week vacation, obviously. And then once post production is finished and the luxury hotel party happens and the movie's about to be released, me and my wife can now what? We can enjoy ourselves in our condo for a month or so. And then once the movie's released, we can take a nice vacation. Couple months, we can go on a nice couple month vacation, visit a few countries, obviously. And then once we do that, we start the process of the organizational movie. And you're looking at an amazing movie for that. The Great Escape movie. You're looking at an amazing movie for that. You're looking at an amazing movie for that Great Escape movie, man. You're looking at an amazing movie. For that movie, I'm making it for 730 million. I have to put more money into the movie because if I want to pay the A-list actors for that movie are costing me like 150 million, $55 million. If you want to pay guys like Samuel Jackson 38 million, Keanu Reeves 40 million, Scarlett Johansson 38 million, that's like 110, 12 million on the budget. You also have the other A-list actors. You know what I'm saying? I'm casting good, I don't know, 4 or 5 A-list actors. 4 A-list actors around there. Nine paying 3 of them 9 million, that's 27 million on your budget. The other guy I'm paying 11. It's already 40 million. Yeah, you're looking at like 100. The actors are gonna cost me like 155 million dollars for the A-list actors alone. The minor actors don't affect your budget, and you also have a few B-list actors who are gonna have some major roles too. It's a good chance I'm gonna have a couple of roles spots open for B-list actors. Those actors I'll pay like 2.5 million, whatever it is, 2.2, 2.5 million, depending on who the actor is, obviously. The biggest actors don't affect your budget as much because they're much cheaper, obviously. And then you also have the minor roles, right? The crewman, 700 crewmen is gonna cost me a good $105 million. With the crewman, you're looking at a good 700 crewmen for the organization movie. That's already $105 million on the budget. 110 million on the budget around it with the supervisors. But you also have the cinematographers. Cinematographers, I'm paying them a nice 1.4 million. 5 of them, that's 5 million. Your special effects team, the main five, I'm paying like 1.4 million. That's like 12, 13 million on the budget. Yeah, man. And your 7 team is like 45 million, whatever it is. 40 million, 45 million. They're big on your budget, obviously. Hence why you gotta watch out. Hence why I'm putting more money into the movie. I'm gonna put 330 million towards salaries. 720 is enough. 720 should be enough. I'll put a good 720 instead of 7. No, I'll put 730. I'll put 330 million towards salaries and 400 million towards the movie, obviously. I'm putting 250 million towards special effects. And then everything else is going towards flights, the 2-day luxury hotel party, the red carpet event, the flights, the food, obviously leasing the city. To lease a good like 5 streets for like a month will cost like 40. I said $30 million. No, man, you're probably looking at like $45 million in costs around it. It's gonna cost to lease the city for one day is costs us hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's costs us a shitload of money, man. So for me to lease like 5 streets in Italy, as well as America for filming, if you want to have more realism in your movie, you need to lease streets, obviously. What I'll do is I'll have me and my wife. We live in New York, so I'll film it in New York. Me and my wife are in America. Me and my wife live in New York. I'll lease a good 1 street for that scene, 1 or 2 streets. That's gonna cost a lot of money, millions of dollars. You have to hire a bunch of extras. You're probably looking at a good, like, I don't know, 6,000 extras around there for an organization with not as much extras, obviously. And it's 400 million going towards the movie is more than enough. And you also have set building. Set building will probably only cost a good like 10 million for the organization of the movie, obviously. And you also have leasing the IMAX cameras. That's going to cost money too. It's 5, 6, 7 million. It's all big, but 400 million towards the organization is more than enough, obviously. And worst comes to worst, if I have a lot of money left over, I'll just put that money towards special effects. But a good 250 million, I'm going to put towards special effects for organization movie. Hence why you're looking at something better quality than even James Bond. As James Bond was made for what, $200 million as a whole, and yet that includes salaries and all that stuff. As most movies in Hollywood, they only put a couple of million towards special effects, like 30, 40, 50 million towards special effects. I'm putting 250 million towards special effects for the organization movie, the Great Escape movie, and I'm putting 380 million, almost 400 million towards House of Zanis. Hence why you're looking at something unheard of for all my movies. Hence why Skyscrapers will blow what? Skyscrapers, when I say Skyscrapers will blow these companies out of the water, it's going to blow these companies out of the water, man. The amount of money I'm putting towards salaries, that's more money than how much all the movies are made for as a whole in Hollywood. Yet that's how much I'm putting towards salaries alone. If I want to pay all these crewmen $150K and $200,000 for the supervisor and pay the cameraman, the cinematographers a nice $1 million, a nice $2 million, $1.4 million, pay all the main special effects people $1.4, $2 million, pay all the assistants a nice $170,000 around there, you need to put a lot of money into your salary budget, obviously, as they're going to cost me hundreds of millions of dollars. So the crewmen and actors are going to cost me hundreds of millions of dollars. Hence why you have to have a big budget. You also have your 7 team. To pay your 7 team, 1 million, 2 million is going to cost, for Zanis, it's costing me like 55 million around there. Organizational is going to cost me like 42 million or something like that for this to pay all the 7 team. But if Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni hire, I'll pay all their bonuses out of my pocket. That way it doesn't affect the salary budget. But their yearly salary for the term of the movie, that's paid through the budget, obviously. They're 3 million, 2 million, that's paid through the budget. Hence why you gotta have a big what? A big salary budget. That way you can pay your crewmen their $150,000. And you can pay the supervisors, I'll pay them all a nice flat 200, 250K, whatever. Some of them I'll pay 250K. Some of them I'll pay 220, 200. I'll pay them all around that $200,000 range, the supervisors. Whereas all the assistants, they get their flat 150K, which is fucking nice, obviously. It's fucking nice. And their salary is split. So 1 year they get 50K, the other, depends who the crewman. Like the people who are seeing the extras, their salary is going to be split for a couple of years, obviously. Whereas all the other people, their salary is split. Like the third year for Zans, they get 50K. In the fourth year, they get their 100K, obviously. Which is 50K for 1 year is a nice paycheck. As the crewmen in Hollywood get on average $30,000 around there, 35, 40 grand for the term of the whole movie. Now I'm paying you 50K for 1 year. In the following year, you're getting a nice 100K. That's how much some actors get paid for a role in a movie. Like some actors who have lead roles get like 150K for a movie. That's how much I'm paying a crewman. Which is fucking nice. And I'm paying the supervisors a nice 200, 220, 250K, depending. What I'll do is the makeup artist. Me and my wife will have our own personal makeup artist. Obviously, we also get our own trailer too. We get our own trailer. Me and my wife get our own trailer, and we get our own personal makeup artists and personal clothing designers. Those guys, I'll pay like 250K. The supervisors, I'll pay them a nice 250 grand because of me and my wife's personal what? Hair designers, makeup designers, costume designers. Those guys, I'll pay those women, most likely women, those women or men, whatever it is, they get paid a nice 250 grand. And the assistants, I'll pay them 150K. But the supervisors, who are going to be me and my wife's personal assistants, me and my wife can pay them a nice 250 grand, obviously. So me and my wife get our own trailer, obviously. Me and my wife get a nice big trailer. That's where me and my wife will be sleeping, obviously. You know what I'm saying? And then we get our own what? We get our own shower. And I don't want to share them. I'm not that crazy. I don't mind sharing showers with other people, but I prefer to have my own shower, man. I'm looking like me and my wife get our own shower. Everyone else has to share their showers, obviously, because of the world we live in, right? So me and my wife get our own shower. We get our own bathroom. We get our own bathroom. We get our own shower. We get our own portable bathroom, our own portable shower, and we get our own trailer for me and my wife. We also get our own trailer for our own dressing room for clothes. We get our own personal makeup artist, our own clothing design, our own hair designers. does. Obviously, because we're the boss, we get all that. Obviously, we get me and my wife get some a bit better perks, obviously. And the actors, and then what? And the actors are gonna have to share bathrooms, obviously. Share bathrooms, obviously. I'll have a couple portable bathrooms. But what I'll do is I'll have showers and bathrooms exclusive only to the actors, and the crewmen have their showers and their bathrooms that they're gonna have to use. Whereas I'll have the bathroom and what? The bathroom and portable showers exclusive only to the actors. So the actors have to share the bathroom and share the showers, obviously. But I'll have a good 5 portable showers and like 3 portable bathrooms exclusive only to the actors. So no one else can use these bathrooms or showers except for the actors, obviously. And the crewmen, they're gonna have to share their portable showers, obviously. But all the actors get their own nice trailer. I'm gonna lease a nice trailer. I can even afford to lease trailers with sinks and all that stuff. I can lease because I remember I saw behind the scenes in Hollywood. Some of the trailers they lease had sinks and all. So I can even lease trailers with sinks and all that stuff. I can lease nice, brand new trailers. I'm not gonna lease shitty used trailers. No, I'm gonna lease brand new trailers for all the actors and crewmen to sleep. Obviously, so crewmen will sleep in their trailers, and the actors will sleep in their trailers. Obviously. The actors will sleep. The actors get their nice brand new trailer to sleep in, obviously, which is nice, obviously. And there's nothing worse than sleeping in a shitty trailer, obviously. The actors get a nice brand new trailer to sleep in. They get served a nice luxury buffet. Obviously, hence why they're gonna beg their fucking asses off. Because Skysers is a top-notch brand, man. Skysers is a better company. Skysers will blow all these Hollywood companies out of the water because the amount of money I'm putting towards special effects alone, that's more money than how much Hollywood movies are made for as a whole. So if a movie's made for $250 million in Hollywood, that includes salaries, that includes flights, that includes paying the crewmen, it includes paying the actors. The special effects is included in that. Probably a good $40 million went towards special effects, $50 million, maybe $100 million went towards special effects. Whereas me, for Zayas, I'm putting $380 million towards special effects alone. That's more than how much Avengers was made for as a whole. Avengers Infinity War is made for $316 million as a whole. That includes salaries, all that stuff. Was I'm putting $380 million towards special effects alone. That doesn't even include salaries. It doesn't include the set bowling. It doesn't include the updated IMAX cameras. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't include any of that. And that's why Skysys will blow Hollywood out of the water, man. Organization will be making it for $730 million. I'm putting $250 million plus towards what? I might even put a bit more. I probably have room to put more, but I'm going to put a good $250 million towards special effects. And just looking at top high-end car chases, top-notch special effects for the city, the high shot drone footage of the city of Italy, New York, all that stuff. It looks something top notch. High top car chase scenes, action sequences, gunfights. It looks something top notch. The organizational world, high tech world building. Yeah, man. You're looking at something better than James Bond. Something twice, 2 to 3 times better than James Bond in quality. Not the story may not. The story. I'm not saying the story will be better. But you're looking at something on par with James Bond, but the technology and world building will be better than James Bond because I'm putting $730 million towards the organization. We're looking at something top notch, man. Something unheard of. Hence why Sky Source will be the best brand in the entertainment industry. Looking at something unheard of, man. You guys see the future. You already know how top notch of a company me and wife are gonna own, man. You're looking at a company bigger than all these Hollywood companies, man. Something high. I'm gonna keep saying that because I'm gonna keep what? I'm going to keep harping on this. Sky Source Film Entertainment, obviously. Sky Source Entertainment, obviously. Sky Source Entertainment, the Canadian film company, will be bigger than Disney Film Studios. Disney is fucking big. It will blow Disney out of the water. Warner Bros. Blow Warner Bros. Out of the water. You know what I'm saying? Paramount, Universal, Fox. Well, Disney bought Fox now, but it'll be bigger than all those companies and it'll blow all those companies out of the water because Sky Source will be a better company in quality, man. As I'm putting out much better quality movies than Hollywood movies. That's how top notch. In other words, all these CEOs who work for all the CEOs who work for all the Hollywood companies are all going to feel like shit. Like once I start Sky Source, they're all going to feel like shit because they can't compete with my company, man. Yeah, even though our companies are big, we can't compete with Ivan's company. Ivan has the keys. Ivan is the bank, pretty much. Ivan and Vijay are the bank. They're the big fucking bosses. They don't have to take any loans from the bank. They can fund the movie themselves cash. So me and my wife get a good $9 billion in our bank. We can easily fund Last of Us for $9-7 million. Easily. and we'll make a good like $3.7 million off the movie posters, and then we take 7 to 80 million after we made that money. We fund the organization movie. Me and my wife are gonna be the fucking bankmen. We can fund the movie ourselves. That's how rich me and my wife are gonna be. And I told you I'm not a fan of investing my money in a bunch of businesses. I can easily start my own modeling company. I can do stand-up comedy on the side. I can even do games. I can do all that. That stuff is good because it's art, obviously. But I told you, the moment I do that, everything becomes crazy. Me and my wife will make more money, but it becomes crazy, and me and my wife will lose tunnel vision in our skyscraper company. Hence why I'm going to tell Reggie, look, I want to act on a big movie. I don't want to start a bunch of businesses. Let me and you, we only start Skype. That's good enough. We're making billions of dollars. That's more than enough money. I don't want to invest our money in a bunch of stuff where it becomes crazy and we're all stressed out and we now lose tunnel vision in our Sky Source company. Start our Sky Source company. We act in our movie. After we act in our movie, when we're finished movie stars, we take our nice vacation. We do our charity. And we start our next process. We start our next movie. That's how I want it to work. And VJ will obviously be like, yeah, Ivan, I don't want to start a bunch of businesses. Sky Source is more than enough money for me and you. We don't need any more distractions. We don't want everything to become crazy where we're all stressed out and we own a bunch of businesses. No, man. Sky Source is more than enough. I'm not going to invest my money in a bunch of businesses. No. Sky Source is more than good enough, obviously. And I told you. So the actors for Zanus, they you guys know who you are. They're chosen for what? For the movie, obviously. They're the lucky ones, obviously. The actors for the organizational movie is a good chance. 2 of them are chosen, obviously. But the actors for what? There's a good chance Keanu Reeves, Scarlett Johansson, and Samuel Jackson are going to be the actors chosen for what? The other 3 actors chosen. I have 2 actors chosen right now for this Great Escape movie. There's a good chance those 3 actors will be the chosen actors for my. There's a good chance. Yeah, my script roles will be looking at the reels, but there's a good chance when I start the process of the Great Escape movie, I'll tell my script developers, hey, I'll tell my secretaries, give Keanu Reeves agent, Scarlett Johansson agent, and Samuel Jackson agent, or Ben Affleck. I'm not sure. In terms of the boss, I'm thinking either Samuel Jackson or Ben Affleck. Because Ben Affleck is also good for the big boss too. He has that face. He has that face. He has that look for being the boss too. He's good too, obviously. He's cheaper than Samuel Jackson too, and he's younger. Like Ben Affleck would gladly do a movie for me for $30 million, $34 million. He would gladly do a movie for me. If I hired him, I'd pay him a nice like $14 million bonus and a $20 million salary to start production. 20 million, even $22 million salary I can pay him. $21 million salary and a $14 million signing bonus, which is nice. After taxes and your agent, you're walking away with like, I don't know, a $13.5 million check in your bank after the bonus, with the bonus and your agent. $13.5 million check in your bank, which is nice, obviously. Fat check in the bank, obviously. And so I'm paying these actors a rich fucking salary. And that's free millions, too, that you're never going to make in Hollywood, obviously. That's why they're all going to beg their ass on me. So I'm thinking, for the Great Escape movie, I'm thinking, I have 2 actors chosen, Paul Bettany and the guy from Company of Old Men. Those 2 actors are one of my movie. They're chosen, obviously. They're the lucky ones. Keanu Reeves and all of them are not chosen, but there's a good chance I'm going to choose them. The actors, I'm thinking Keanu Reeves, he's one of the instructors, the big instructors, so he'll be training me and my wife, and Scarlett Johansson, obviously. They're one of the instructors in the company. And I'm thinking the boss to either be Samuel Jackson or Ben Affleck. Those are my 2 choices right now. There's a good chance one of those 2 guys will be chosen for my movie. Either Samuel Jackson or Ben Affleck to be the big boss, obviously. There's a good chance they'll be chosen for my movie, obviously. Again, Samuel Jackson, if he's chosen, I'm willing to pay him a nice $38 million. He's not worth as much as Keanu Reeves, so I'm not going to pay him as much. I'll pay him $38 million. So I'll pay him a $23 million salary and like a $15 million signing bonus, which is nice. Obviously, as in Hollywood, they get like $15 million for on average for most movies, obviously. There's exceptions where they get paid a lot of money, but they get like $15-12 million on average for most movies. Keanu Reeves, I'm willing to pay him a nice $40 million. I'm not going any hard enough for him. If he's greedy, I'm going to tell him, look, man, if this is not good enough for you, you're more than welcome to go back to Hollywood and making your dirty millions and being a dirty slave if it's not good enough for you. Which he'll accept the deal, obviously. But I told you, if these actors are greedy and they want more money and they want a piece of my royalties, I'm going to tell them, look, man, if the money I'm paying you is not enough and you're getting all these perks, if giving you perks and paying you a rich fucking salary, as well as giving you a $2,000-$3,000 royalty check for all the re-releases and the post being featured on the posters is not good enough for you, you're more than welcome to go to Hollywood and go back to being a dirty slave and making your dirty millions. if you're not happy with the money that I'm willing to pay you, obviously. So if Keanu Reeves is greedy, I'm gonna tell, look, man, if you don't like my offer, I'll cast someone else. You can abandon the project. I'll cast someone else. You can go back to Hollywood being a dirty slave. Yeah, you'll make a lot of money, but you go back to being a dirty slave and making your dirty millions, and you'll be the side tension, and you won't be saved. And so I put all these actors in the pickle. I put Amazon in the pickle, and I put all these Hollywood actors in the pickle, as none of them are getting a piece of me Moist royalties. I'm going to be very strict on that. Stay tuned for my reel tomorrow. I'm going to talk more in depth about that. How no Hollywood actor is worth me Moist royalties, and Amazon is not worth me Moist royalties. Nobody is worth me Moist royalties, as nobody's getting a piece of the back end for my movie sales. No fucking way. As Amazon's already taken 40% chunk of the pie. And do not let actors dupe you, man. And KJ Apa, he is the lucky chosen one for their unique. He'll be playing my best friend Jake, obviously. It's funny because before I even had KJ Apa chosen, KJ Apa already knew that he was chosen because he can see the future, obviously. So KJ Apa already knew he was chosen for my very unique movie, and he's perfect for my best friend Jake. Because I want the actor for my best friend Jake to be a good looking guy. I want him to be a very good looking guy. And KJ Apa is a very attractive man, obviously. And there's a good chance I'm gonna have KJ Apa be what? I'm gonna have KJ Apa have a girlfriend too, and him and his girlfriend. So Josh is single. I might even have Josh be a virgin. I think that's cool. I might have Josh be a virgin. So KJ Apa has a girlfriend, obviously, and Josh is like a 30-year-old virgin. He hasn't had sex with anyone. I'm thinking of Josh either being a virgin or not being a virgin. I might not have me a virgin. I'm thinking of Josh being a virgin. Dawn is not a virgin, but Josh is a virgin, obviously. And he found the one true love, and in the moment, it's a soundtrack to my life. So Josh is a virgin. KJ Apa is in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? He's my best friend. He's my best friend Jake, obviously. And all of a sudden, when I meet the one girl, he's super envious of my relationship. He's envious of Dawn's beauty and Josh's handsomeness. I'm gonna have a big lumberjack beard, and that's why you're looking at one of the best romance movies ever made, man. That movie, I'm making it for a nice $200 million. For that movie, I only need a good 350 crewmen for that. 350 crewmen is more than enough for that. For that movie, I'll put a good 100 million towards salaries and 100 million towards the movie. It's more than enough. For a romance movie, you don't have to put that much money towards it. I'll put a good 100 million towards the salaries and 100 million towards it. For that movie, I only have enough. I only cast a good like 2 A-list actors for that movie, man, because it's a smaller budget. I'll just balance it with B-list actors because you're cheaper, obviously. Because the crewmen are going to cost me like 50 million. You also have to pay your 7 team too. Your 7 team, but 7 team are going to cost me like 40 million for that movie too, obviously. There's a good chance I might have to put a bit more money into the movie, man. I'll probably make their unique for a good 220 million or something like that. I might have to put a bit more money into the movie because I have to create room to pay my 7 team too, obviously. So I might make their unique for a good 220 million, or put a bit more money into it. My point is it's going to be around that $200 million range to create more room to pay my 7 team. I have to pay my 7 team too. Don't forget that, obviously, right? But for a romance movie, you only need to put a good like $30 million towards a romance movie is more than enough. Obviously, because like 40 million towards a romance movie is more than enough. You don't have to put any more than 40 million towards a romance movie. And 200 million should be enough for that movie. Should be enough. And KJ Apa, he is a lucky chosen one for that movie. He is a lucky one. Again, you guys see the future. You already know how top notch of a very unique movie I'm going to have. You're looking at one of the best romance movies for that, obviously. And the women are going to be drooling over that movie because it's a love story with Ivan and Vijay, obviously. If you thought Twilight had crazy buzz with Robert Pattinson, you know what I'm saying? Kirsten, what's her name again? Kirsten Stewart. If you think, you know what I'm saying? What's his name? What's that actor's name again? Jacob. I forget the guy's name. The Jacob the Wolf. If you think that had crazy buzz, think something 3-4 times the buzz of that. You're looking at crazier buzz for Their Unique. Hence why a lot of people might even like Their Unique the best, because Their Unique is like the best romance story ever told, man. But in my opinion, action thrillers are better than romance movies. Even though I love romance movies are very binge worthy. I love watching romance movies. It's nice. Obviously, I prefer action thriller movies with the special effects over romance. Hence why Their Unique has potential to be up there, obviously. But in my opinion, Their Unique will be the worst movie out of all my movies because it's a romance movie. Whereas a Great Escape movie is like action, thriller, you know what I'm saying? You also have all the special effects and the action fighting, the gunfighting, the car chases. That stuff is where it's at, obviously. In Xanus, you have the unheard of technology, Air Attack the Devil Wolf King. Hence why I don't think any of my four movies will top Last of Us Xanus. There's some people who might like Their Unique better. There's some people who might like the Western Gangster movie better. There's some people who might like their Great Escape better. I highly doubt it though, because Last of Us Xanus is the best story ever told. It's a unique story, and no story will be able to top that, man. I don't think any of my four movies will top Last of Us Xanus. The only thing is that it's cooler seeing Ivan and VJ in the modern times. It's cooler seeing Ivan and VJ in the other movies because you see us in the modern times speaking modern English, whereas for Xanus, we're all speaking Old English. We're wearing robes and all that stuff, and we're in a fantasy world. But the story of Last of Us Xanus tops all my other movies. Hence why Last of Us Xanus will be my best movie out of all my five movies. There's some people who will disagree with me. There's some people who might like Great Escape better. I highly doubt it, but there's some people who might like Their Unique and Great Escape better and all that stuff. But I can't see any of those stories topping Xanus. As Xanus is a very, very unique story. It's a very unique story, and it's a very powerful story, man. You know how Passion of the Christ is a very powerful story when you watch it with Jesus and demons? Well, think something more powerful than that. Literal devils, Tactius is the prince of the north, Eretat's the devil walking in the south, Ephesus is the king bad of the mountains. You have the Southerners living in this cursed south. The north is holy, the south is cursed. You have the holy ancestors of the north. You have the cursed demon ancestors of the south. I can't see any story topping that story, man. Hence why you're looking at what? I don't think any of my movies. Plus, I'm putting unheard amount of money into that movie. The most expensive movie by far out of all my movies, all my five movies. Hence why I don't see any of my five movies topping Last of Us Xanus, obviously. And I guarantee you, everyone will say, yeah, even though they're unique, and the Great Escape movie are amazing movies, and it's cool seeing Iron Region modern times. Last of Us Xanus is the best movie ever. It's the best movie out of the five movies because it's such a unique story. I don't see any story topping that because I'm a fucking creative genius. But who knows? The Hidden Vampire movie might be better than the Great Escape movie. You never know. I highly doubt it though, because the Great Escape movie, in my opinion, will be the second best movie out of my five movies because it's a good story. Like me and my wife, we can't find jobs. We get this sad theme, and we join this organization. We're on the run. We found it's dirty. I don't see that. I don't see the Hidden Vampire movie topping that. But the Hidden Vampire movie will be up there, man. It'll be up there. And there's a good chance Will Smith and Mark Wahlberg will be the lucky chosen two actors for that movie. You're looking at an amazing movie. That'll be a rated R movie too. Imagine creepy vampires like 30 Days of Night. Remember 30 Days of Night with Josh Hartnett? Josh Hartnett, whatever his name is? Well, think of vampires scarier than that. You're looking at a creepy movie, man. It starts off me and my wife. It starts off me and my wife. We're what? Where we get married in Los Angeles. So it starts off, it's all light. Me and my wife get married in Los Angeles. Obviously, we plan. I'll do a thing where the movie starts. Me and my wife, we plan our wedding, and then the wedding happens. We get married, obviously, and then we plan our honeymoon. We plan our honeymoon on a boat cruise, and we go on this boat cruise. You also have other newlywed couples who are going on their honeymoon with us, and you have a captain on the boat. Will Smith. There's a good chance he'll be the captain on the boat. We go on the journey. The boat capsizes, and we land in this. We drift into this island. We survive on the island. We get wet. There's weapons on the boat like shotguns, handguns. We get weapons, chainsaws, all that stuff on the boat. We survive on the island, and we find there's ancient vampires living on the island. Was trying to survive. You're looking at an amazing movie. But that movie will be a good 3.5 hour movie for that movie. There's a good chance Will Smith will be chosen for that movie. I'll pay him a nice $40 million for the role. I'm not going to pay him any more than that because you got to watch for your budget. There's a good chance he'll try and get like $50 million, but I'm not going to. The only way I'll pay Will Smith $50 million is if I'm only casting one big actor. So if I have one big actor and then I have like 5 small aces, I can pay Will Smith even $50 million. But there's a good chance I'm going to have a good 2 to 3. I'm going to have 2 to 3 big aces, two to three big aces for that movie. And if I do, the max I can pay Will Smith is like $40 million, which is fucking good, obviously. And if Mark Wahlberg is chosen for that movie, I'll pay him a nice like $30 million for the role, a $10 million bonus and a $20 million salary, which is nice, obviously. Which he'll accept, obviously. It's a nice paycheck. It's a fucking nice paycheck. So after taxes, you're still walking away with what? You're still walking away with like a fucking what? Like a $12 million check in your bank, obviously. After taxes and your agent and the rates and all that stuff. A $12 million check in your bank, which is fucking nice. 11.5 $12 million check in your bank after taxes and your agent and the rates and all that stuff. with the bonus and salary star productions, like 11. You pay an actor $30 million. Chances are, with the rates after taxes, he's walking away with like 11.5 million check in his bank around there, which is a fucking fat check in the bank. Well, you can do a lot of good things with $11 million, man. It's a nice fucking paycheck, obviously. Because don't forget, you also have the rates from my company. Because my company will be a Canadian company, so when I pay you in $30 million in Canadian, that's like 20. If I pay you $31 million, that's like 24 million in American, which is still a fucking fat check in the bank, obviously. I know, yeah, I can easily move to the States. I don't have to worry about the rates. But I told you I don't want to live in the States because the States is too fucking crowded. I don't want to live there. I'd rather live in Canada. And I want my Skyscraper's company to be a Canadian company, obviously. So some actors might get a bit angry because of the rates. But I told you, even with the rates, I'm still paying you a shitload of money that most actors will never make in Hollywood. As most Hollywood pays most actors a couple $1 million for a role in Hollywood. So even if I pay you $30 million after the taxes and the rates, it's like $24 million. It's still a fucking fat check in the bank. As most big A-listers in Hollywood get like what, 12 million, 10 million for a role. So I'm still paying you a lot of money, I'm still paying you a rich fucking salary, obviously. As none of them are getting a piece of my rose, I'm gonna keep saying it. As I'm paying you a good enough salary. If you walk away with a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 million check in your bank after taxes and your agent and the rates, that's a fucking fat check in the bank, man. It's a nice fucking paycheck. You can do a lot of good things with that money, man. Buy another condo if you want to. Buy more cars for yourself. Go on a nice vacation with your family. Buy nice fucking clothes. You can do a lot of good things with that money, man. And you also get your $2,000 gift card. You get your $250,000 royalty check for being featured on the posters. You get your $250,000 recurring check for the releases. And you're getting a nice deal, obviously. And you get a $3,500 gas card, which is a year's worth of gas. So for 1 year, you can use the card that I give you. You can use that for paying for your gas. You don't have to pay a dime for your gas for your cars. 1 year's worth of gas, man. $3,500 gas card. Nice fucking deal. And you get spoiled. Lower my jet. Luxury buffet. You're still getting a shitload of money, man. Hence why I'm gonna be very strict. None of these actors are getting a piece of my others. If you're not happy with the money I'm paying you, you're more than welcome to go back to Hollywood and make your dirty millions and be a dirty slave. If you're not happy with the free millions I'm willing to pay you, you're more than welcome to go to Hollywood and make your dirty millions. If you're not happy with the money I'm willing to pay you, obviously. Right? Shut my count off here.